Happy Thursday, friends. I am right now at alphaland headquarters. I'm gonna flip this over. Alphaland headquarters. Except we can't go in through this side, so we're gonna go in through the side gate. But it is Thursday. I had my check-in with my coach today, and we were supposed to start my mini cut this week, but I was not a good client the last week or two. I've been inconsistent, so plan is staying the same. Cut is pushed to next week. All right, I can't show you guys the code, but we are here at the land. Hi, how are you? Good. Thank you.
Hey,
hello.
What's up? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you. What are you doing?
I'm working.
Always working.
Always working.
Go to sleep.
You go to sleep. All right, friends, we have made it into the Alphalete Lounge. Really quickly, I'm just gonna get settled before I sit down to work, but I always pack my meals with me. I usually pack 2 meals if I'm here for like the majority of the day, but to be honest, I only have like 2 packable meals because my other meals I like to have fresh. I don't know, that might be a little too bright, but it's okay. I can turn the exposure down. One tip that I got from a lot of my videography friends is it's always safer to overexpose than underexpose, because turning down the exposure won't get rid of a lot of the details the same way turning up exposure would on a underexposed clip. I don't know if that made sense. I also don't know if the way I'm interpreting it is correct, but it is what it is. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're learning here, but we're trying. Anyway, 2 meals: rice, green beans, broccoli, and then beef in both. In the lounge, we have this nice little kitchenette stocked with 3Ds and sauces, Chick-fil-A sauces up there, more Chick-fil-A sauces down there, yellow bird sauces up there, and 3Ds. My favorite 3D is the alphaland lemonade one, but they don't have that, so we're gonna do the Galaxy Lime today. Snacks that I can't have because we're trying to be good clients and stay on top of my food. Also, candy wall that I also can't have. Part of the reason why my cut was set back a little bit is because I have been low-key snacking on those. Very minimally, but still, I need to not do that because 1 jelly bean turns into 10 jelly beans, turns into 30 jelly beans. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am right now filming on my Osmo Pocket camera, and I got the Osmo Pocket like months ago to vlog, but I have been putting it off because another tip that I got from my videography friends is that you should always film on your best camera that you have like available to you. And I always have my giant Sony camera with me, and something about me is I get super like when I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something to the best of my ability, and that's not really like tooting my own horn, because I don't get into doing a lot of things a lot of times. Like, I am somebody that like will stay complacent for a while. But when I do find something that I'm like ready to go full force on, I'm like all or nothing. So this whole like videography YouTube thing, I've been at 0 for a really long time, but I'm not somebody who's like ready to jump into it until I'm at 100. So right now I'm at 100 and I am not taking the advice that my friends are giving me, the time that my friends are giving me to teach me all these different like videography and editing tricks lightly. Like if they give me an advice, I'm gonna put it and apply it in practice, because it's also like kind of like a respect thing, right? Like if they're gonna put their efforts and their time into teaching me how to do these things, like who am I to waste their breath? And that's also another reason why I feel like my friends are very willing to help me, is because they don't feel like they're wasting their time. And so if I want to continue to grow it like at the pace that I have been, I need to listen and I need to practice what they tell me. And if what they tell me doesn't work and I don't find that it's the best way for me, and then so be it. And I'm sure like they would appreciate that I even tried. So that's where I'm at. That was a whole tangent on why I'm filming on the Osmo. I do have my Sony today, but I wanted to test this out just for vlogging because I did get this for vlogging. So let me know. Do you guys like this quality? Do you guys like the face tracking? I kind of don't love that it tracks my face like closer to the center of the screen because I'm always somebody like cut the top of my head off, but I need to stop doing that because I don't know, like as a viewer, I don't think that is like fun to look at. Anyway, I am supposed to post a vlog this afternoon, so I'm gonna hop off and finish editing that video, and yeah, then we got a leg workout later, so stay tuned for that. Okay, I just uploaded the vlog, but all I had to do was add that little outro clip, which honestly didn't take too much time. I just inserted at the very end of the video and did no cuts, because one thing that I really want to work on, and I'm hoping that vlogging helps, is how I speak. I need to work on the way I speak. I use a lot of filler words. I say like a lot. I say a lot, and I pause a lot because I start speaking before I know what I'm gonna say. So see, just now I like, do you guys see what I mean? I visibly buffer, and that's something that I want to work on. So I'm hoping that vlogging is gonna help. I'm trying to get in my head and remind myself every time I'm editing and I try to cut things out that YouTube is meant to be long form and it's meant to be organic. It's meant to feel like I'm talking to a friend. So I need to not have the same like editing mindset as I do with reels and short form content, where I like cut out all of the buffer silences, I cut out all of the likes, the ums, because this is just how I talk. And I want you guys to know me and the way I act and the way I speak authentically. So I'm sorry if you guys get annoyed with the way I speak. Bear with me. I'm hoping that as I vlog more, I will get better at talking. But until then, stay strong. Thank you. Okay, you guys, I'm going to verbally take you through this workout because the last video had a gym edit, but also because when I wanted to start long form content initially, it was because I just felt like so much was missing from short form content in terms of like training intensity, and showing you guys how like I actually like to train, because you only see 2 to 3 reps. So I'm going to show you guys full clips of some of my working sets for this workout, just so y'all can get an idea of like the intensity that I like to train at. Starting with the seated hamstring curl, I had 4 sets of 8 to 12. You guys, my friend Cora gifted me this seatbelt for Christmas, and it has changed the game for me. It really helps me push so much harder because I don't have to worry about like stabilizing my hips and like pushing my hips into the chair, using my hands to push me back. That seatbelt, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Thank you, Cora, for putting me on. Here I have back squats. My coach gave me, or back squats, 4 by 8 to 12. My coach gives me the option of doing them on Smith or barbell. I always prefer the Smith machine for multiple reasons, but mostly because I feel my quads the least when I do them on Smith. My quads are, I don't want to say massive, but they're big, and I don't need them to grow anymore. I try to bias my hamstrings and my glutes as much as I can when I can, and doing them on the Smith helps me with that, especially because I squat high bar. This was a warm-up set with just 45-pound plates. I'm going to say 135, but I know it's not 135. I just don't know how much the bar weighs on the Smith machine. So we're just going to call it 135. But I just really liked the framing of this clip, so I wanted to keep it in. But also, you guys aren't really going to see it. I do want to be transparent. I don't wear knee sleeves or a belt when I'm warming up. But once I get up to my like working weight, usually around like 185, I will slap on my knee sleeves and my belt. You won't see it just because I have my sweats on, but just so you'll know, in my next clip, I am wearing some assistance just to keep me as safe as possible, as stable as possible. Let's see. I think I did 185. Yeah, 185. I don't know which working set this was. I think it was either 2 or 3. My breathing technique is so weird, and I know it's not optimal. I tend to hold my breath until the end of the movement, like just because I feel like my core stays the most stable that way. But I've gotten some feedback from people to kind of let the air out, like once I get past that like sticking point. So I should probably work on that. But anyway, again, showing you guys like how I actually push. I will say, although I don't put on a show for the camera, like the camera is an addition to my workout. I'm not doing things extra or in a different way or making faces for the camera. But I will say that one thing that the camera does do for me is I push past what I think are my limits more often when I have a camera on. I don't know, just something mentally, like it makes me lock in more, which is crazy because I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually pretty freaking locked in. But yeah, squats felt really good for me this day. I don't know why for the last few weeks, like my right groin has been bothering me so much, and I think it was from squats a few weeks ago where I like accidentally tweaked something and it just like never went back to normal. But this day was actually the first day that like my hips felt fully back. And I don't show it, but I finished my 4 working sets and I decided you guys, there's still a part of me that like kind of ego lifts, just because I want to test my strength. But I went up to 2 plates and I ended up only getting 3 full reps. I failed on, at the sticking point on the 4th rep. But anyway, leg press, feet high, and glute focus for 3 by 8. Leg presses also felt good for me. My like max leg press was 6.5 plates, but I was already so taxed after pulling the 225 on the Smith, the last exercise, that 5.5 was enough. Do you guys call it a half or do you guys call it a quarter? I call it a half, even though 25 is not half of 45. Do you call it a quarter? Let me know. But anyway, I was trying to get creative with the framing because I always film the leg press with the camera like at a back 45 to where it shoots at like the back of my head to my feet, and then it also shows the plates on the 2 sides. I want to get creative, and I'm always reminded of why I shoot that way, because the bottom, like at the bottom of the exercise, it is not a cute look. But when will I learn? Probably never. because here we are. Anyway, the way I'm moving here in this clip is how I'm moving right now, 2 days later, because I'm so sore. This workout took me out. Oh, also, I have 2 pads on the back there to help me get as best of a stretch as I can in that machine, especially because I'm short. I'm 5'2", I have short, stubby legs and a long torso. The pads kind of give me a bigger stretch at the bottom of the leg press. And along the same lines, for the abductor, I also like to use yoga blocks, so I get a deeper stretch at the bottom of the movement here. Warning, when you use a yoga block, sometimes like you can hit at the very end, but for me, I like to train in my stretch position more these days, so I'm prioritizing that stretch at the bottom or at the start of the movement. I didn't tell you guys how much I did this for. I'm prescribed 3 by 20 to 30, but I'll be honest, I kind of just go until I can't go anymore. And that's kind of how I train. Like I go in and I set my weights depending on like the prescribed rep range, but once I'm doing the exercise, like unless I'm feeling really good and I know the weight can be up by a lot, I'm just gonna go until I can't go anymore. If I know I can't go up by a lot in weight, then I'll like stop. I'll treat it as a feeder set and then up my weight, take a little short break, and then do my working set. Anyway, next exercise, walking lunges, 2 by 15 to 20 each leg. You guys, I was gonna say ending with this is really hard, but I actually have one more exercise after this. Walking lunges are so hard, especially if you're doing them correctly. You're not using that back foot really for anything more than just balance. It is so freaking hard to stabilize. Like try to not use your back foot to push off. It is so hard. I used to think I used to do 40, 50, 60 pounds on these. Like 30s, I barely made it through. Okay, next are cable kickbacks. I've got 5 by 20 to 30 each leg. I like to split these up into like 2 different exercises. So usually I'll do about 12 to 15 like this, where I'm like more face down towards the ground, but my hips still are not parallel. They're kind of turned out at like a 30-degree angle. And I like to kick back at a slight angle with my toes pointed out to get my glute med. I feel it best that way. Also, you guys keep in mind that these exercises, and even myself looking at myself here, I'm kicking a little bit too high. The range of motion on these doesn't need to be huge, because the higher you get, the more likely you're gonna get into your erectors, and we don't want that. At least I don't want that. I don't need my erectors to grow. Anyway, the second half, I step over the cable, my supporting foot slightly turned again at the 30-degree angle, and I'm kicking kind of off to the side, slightly back with my toes pointed out. But yeah, that is the end of my workout. Y'all, this was a good one. Let me know if you guys like these voiceovers, seeing like the full sets, or if you guys prefer gym edits. Anyway. I just went to the post office to send out my forms for an S Corp. Super, super exciting. I've been needing to like get all of my tax stuff in order, and I've been filing the last few years on my own, which has been pretty easy, but with like my own business growing so much these last few months, I decided to hire a CPA to help me with all my filing stuff for 24 and next year. So yeah, things are getting really, really real. It's so crazy that like I feel like a few months ago, like mid last year, I I'm not gonna lie, like I was kind of down in the dumps, not feeling very confident at all about myself, like being like 30, not having something super like stable and like secure, which is it. Like I was really down on myself. I didn't have a lot of confidence at all, just because I wasn't where I wanted to be. And it's so crazy because the month that I turned 30 was my greatest financial month ever. I hit numbers I've never hit in my life, and moving forward, that should continue to grow. And so I figured it was time. So I sent that off to the IRS. We're just about there. Things are happening. Things are happening. Really exciting times. We're in gym 1. Oscar and we have committed to 2 content days a week.
Michelle's already been late twice.
I was late. I was late by 3 minutes.
But it's fine because I already know she's like late, so I expect it. So it's fine.
No, actually, I'm so prompt, you guys. I'm somebody who, if I'm going to be a minute late, I'm texting you to tell you I'm a minute late.
Yeah, she's late, but she'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, consider it, you know? But anyway, we're going to film some content. I'm going to set you guys up, get some BTS, and yeah. Can we get it? So cute. Video 1 done. Headed to gym 2 for the second one.
After I went down,
We're making a mess.
so we don't make a mess.
Okay.
So my initial thought was chalk, but when you sat down, just the second day will be
Okay.
That's like what you're going for.
Okay. If you're standing here, then I could go here. Thanks.
Maybe from this side, right? Why is it so hard? Is it?
Because it's not natural to like be like this. Like it's natural for me to like, if my hair was here, for me to stand up and be like. Bro, I can't control my face, my hair like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, this guy. Hey, do you mind checking my form for deadlifts?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Okay. Cute legs.
What?
Nothing. How's that? Thanks, dude.
Oh, I got my eye.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But like the awkwardness of everything you're doing is the whole point. You're like, what the fuck is she doing?
I was just being myself, dude.
Like, I think he's
All right, Cora. Merry late Christmas.
Thank you. I'm so excited to use this, dude. You have to use it with the collagen stuff, right?
No, you can use it with any skincare. So like you could use any toner, any essence. It just kind of helps like infuse into your
You
pores
shouldn't have done
and
this.
stuff.
Well, after you told me, I was like, I hope I didn't sound ungrateful like the first time. I was
No.
just like, no, you shouldn't have done that. For me,
No, never.
but thank you.
You're so welcome.
I'm so happy.
I'm okay, you guys. I'm the worst because what happened? I got her a different Christmas gift and this one didn't come in time. And then like a month later, I've seen her multiple times since then. And I just keep forgetting to bring it. And then today I was like, I'm gonna bring your gift. And then I forgot the second part of the gift. There's a second part. So Christmas
It's
lives
just
on.
spread out. Yeah.
Christmas lives on. Anyway, I don't know when I'll see you guys next, but I'll see you then. Bye.